World leaders warn the conflict in Ukraine threatens to become a full-scale war in Europe. President Biden says Russia is on the verge of invading Ukraine right now.
The U.S. government has responded with sanctions, but so far Russian President Vladimir Putin is not backing down. Eyewitness reporter Roger Zuzanin is live in the newsroom. He joins us now because it seems like this situation just continues to spiral out of control, Roger.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, Wendell. In fact, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says this is really a crucial moment in world history because he says the conflict in Ukraine is now the greatest threat to the security in Europe since World War II.
President Joe Biden says Russia's recent actions, declaring 2 areas of eastern Ukraine as independent nations and sending troops to the regions, is clearly the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Who in the Lord's name does Putin think gives him the right to declare new so-called countries on territory that belong to his neighbors?
The U.S. responded with sanctions yesterday, targeting 2 Russian state banks and several individuals linked to the Kremlin. But the president describes the penalties as a first tranche and says more could follow.
If Russia goes further with this invasion, we stand prepared to go further as with sanctions.
The conflict is already devastating families here in Connecticut. Last night at the Ukrainian National Home in Hartford, people with loved ones in Ukraine held a vigil, praying for peace.
We just wanted to get together today and pray for Ukraine, pray for Ukraine's protection, and pray that Putin does not invade Ukraine.
But the chances of a diplomatic solution could be dwindling. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken just canceled a meeting with his Russian counterpart, but the White House says it's still open to talks.
We're never going to completely close the door to diplomacy, and I don't think the Secretary of State did that either. But just to build on what he just said, diplomacy can't succeed unless Russia changes course.
And the U.S. is not the only country that is sanctioning Russia. Germany just announced that they are canceling a major oil pipeline project that had been planning to connect between Germany and Russia, and that could cause our gas prices to rise, according to some economists. Roger Suzanne in Channel 3 Eyewitness News.